Okay, well, raise it up a bit. That's good. Okay, this is the Barbary Castle crop formation from some years ago. This format actually creates a large grid system in England called the Alacar. It means a wave or rising or falling. Now let me mention wave in insertion here. Our event started with a large surge that Ann picked up, feeling the wave raising up, surging, cresting, if you will, and holding there. Now, here's an important thing. We have been noticing now in the last several weeks processes with Edie, myself, and our group, the different signs of the three creator beings, which I've mentioned before, and I'm mentioning for the tape now. There are three universal creator beings, according to Thoth. There is the chaos, and that's the name of the being. And its sign or symbol is, or quote, is to ride the mighty wave. So this mighty wave, we can relate that to the Rana time wave, where we're establishing, well, first of all, our whole time continuum, but if we're going to, let's say a ripple in that wave becomes a wave itself of the big wave, which is what we picked up. So basically, we triggered into that major universal creator being where from chaos, we then generate a time continuum by riding the mighty wave, which is what we did. All right, so basically that keyed in. All right, now we've been working with the flaming tree. We did that yesterday, where that enters into it with the creator being named Kadmon. Kadmon it relates to the new race. Okay, now this sign is the flaming tree. So we became the flame of the tree, and we created that Satrapman and so forth. Okay, and we also picked up tree activity relative to the Garden of Eden and for some other uses of it. All right, so the third creator being is called the Tuatha, as the Tuatha De Danann, and its key phrase, symbol, is to become the strings of the harp. So basically, we set up that in our 20-pole ring that we formed yesterday, too. So those three creator beings are moving and working here with the parent power and effectiveness. All right, so anyway, this formation uses the signature related to this. So the Sacred Heart of God, all the central suns, each central sun being the Christ state of being for all of the suns in its universe, then you can pretty well accurately state that the central sun, Christ, becomes the cosmic Christ, in effect, for all the universes, 300 and umpteen, how many? And that then installed in the planet with this system, which is a Rochelle system. Each one of these cobalt spheres, or Siegel fields they're called, in a tetratrion format. Each one of these represents our universe reality that we're building. Now we have one universe, but we've, for convenience, throughout all the ages, divided them into three units. We have the first one, which is real and Metatronic. we have the future one, which is real and Metatronic. And then we have ours, which is Oratronic, that's building from the past the future, which is already here, nonlinear time, but it's continually being upgraded. So it gets a little bit complicated, but that's the reason why across all our projects in the 500,000 years, we've divided this into three universe realities in this project, the 20-cycle project. So this is including all, and in these crop formations, you often find these three systems. In the upgrade to this system a few years ago, this thing changed from 6 ratchets or L-gate shifts in a spiral to 10, which upgraded this whole grid system, added to the 6. The 6 here in a triangle, a basic grid triangle, the person that sits here to the north exercises both halves of the brains efficiently, and the person down here relates to this person's right brain. This person relates to the person's left brain. They specialize. So that makes it more effective as a grid. That's what's happening with this. The right brain is coming in and organizing itself through 6 different time shifts, which then work with the left brain system, which doesn't have anything in it. However, Glastonbury is sitting here, Stonehenge in this area, and this is Avebury here. It's anchoring this grid into the world soul. So over here in Glastonbury, there's a great, huge zodiac embedded in the land. Mary Cain, if you want to look it up, it's a superior kind of zodiac. It adds other things to it. It has a big ring around it, the Chiaptos ring, which is identified by a dog running around in a circle. And it's interesting that one of the towns in the tail is called Wag. Anyway, that Chiaptos ring, the Anubis ring of Thoth, encloses the zodiac here. And so if we multiply that 12 by 6, then we get up into the 72 range, which this thing is carrying then. So a lot then works through Glastonbury. You have the Rose line from Thurso down through Roslyn Chapel, down through Glastonbury, down into, through the Guernsey group, and into San Sebastian in Spain. That's your Rose line. That's also the axis for a major grid, which is in our lecture for today. So anyway, this Elakar thing became the Holy of Holies for this great, huge temple that we're now using, and which the lodge is an active part with other components, creststone and hummingbird and so forth. All right, so this gives you a perspective then of the as-is, the central sun representation, which we have pretty much actively installed. And I think that that was why the David was here. And I think that name was chosen to give to us specifically the David, or Daud in Hebrew, David. There's only one reference to that. That was David the king, you know, Sheba and all of us, so forth. Solomon, the temple. That translates as the cauldron, or grail, and love. So that is an important name to identify basically the Sacred Heart of all Sacred Hearts. Only this is at a divine level. All right, that gives us a little bit of perspective to kick off the day. You can turn this off.